I feel like I am who I am because of every pain and every scene I've been through. I've always been a villain in every situation. I'm gonna make an example with what? Let me see, because there's a lot.
Mhm.
Prince KB situation. That was revenge porn. I was a victim. Okay. I needed the community to come together and stand against me. I mean, stand
For you.
for me. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, I'm used to it. You see, stand against. I'm so used to it.
Okay, yeah.
But like with that situation, I just had people like throwing things at me while I was performing, asking if I shaved. Women for change didn't stand up for me, but they would stand for everybody else. And I think I've run out of emotion because nobody really had remorse for me in any situation.
Mm.
And I didn't see the necessity to really explain myself consistently in situations because I already know.
Mm.
I already know maybe it's a personal agenda, maybe it's something people have always wanted to do to try and bring me down,
Mm.
and I feel like I want to give myself credit for the strength though,
Mhm.
because there is so much I go through.
Mm.
There is absolutely a lot of things I go through.
You've went through so much for a 24-year-old,
I
actually.
just turned 24.
Nah, she's cooking. Cyan is 24. Cyan is young. Yo. Why were they bashing her so hard? She's as old as the girl she was promoting to go there. Literally. What? I didn't know she was this young. I thought she was like 30 or something. No shade to Cyan, but I thought she was like 30. If people are like, hey, hey, she's promoting this to young girls who are not able to, who are easily influenced and are easily deceived. She's literally their age. It's like, why doesn't that reasoning apply to her? It's like, why doesn't that reasoning apply to her? And I had no idea she's this young. My God. So Cyan is an '01. She's young as hell, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
Mm. It
Yeah.
is crazy.
And I expect, because obviously we live in a world where we have to come together and we have to unite, as a nation. But I've always felt like people have always went against me, even in the worst situations. I could have committed suicide from
Mm.
that. If it was someone else, maybe
Mm.
you don't know what they could have done. They would have been a drug dealer now,
Mm.
consistently being on drugs, smoking all the
Mm.
time. I even have anxiety to go to work right now because I don't know what could happen. Like, what
Mm.
could happen? Because I was a victim back then, and my private parts were all over social media, but people were throwing things at me. You hear me? While I'm performing,
Yeah, but
like I was a joke. Like I was just a joke. So
mm.
from that, I was just like, okay, why do I have to care?
Mm.
This is really about me and me alone.
Mm.
And in such a sensitive situation, I feel like, that's how I convince the people close to me to say, no, I've been through this, so I can handle it. But people have been so worried about my parents. Where are her parents? Why is she doing that? My parents are there. My parents pray for me. My parents try their best with me. And I really appreciate them more than anything in the
Mhm.
world. I feel like without them I couldn't have survived these, situations.
Podcasts have now replaced therapy for influencers, for celebrities. Instead of going to therapy now, they're going to podcasts. And I think the public is the one that has shifted towards this because we've shifted away from having our celebrities and famous people become these unreachable people who live in the mountain, in their mansions, and only come down to meet us at huge stages, and we only see them on our screens, right? Or on our TV screens and stuff like that. Now we want to see them sitting in front of us and being vulnerable and telling us exactly how they think. And I don't know why. Are we trying to pass judgment on them? Are we trying to appraise what they're thinking? Because what all I hear right now from Cyan Boujee is trauma. And the fact that she's so young, man. She's super, super young. her brain isn't even fully developed. She's still 23. She just turned 24 like within the last month. She's still basically 23, which was basically 22. So I don't know. It's just all I hear is like this girl, this little girl who's traumatized, and all she's ever known really about the world is that the world is against me, and the world has this thing where when something bad happens to me, they don't feel for me. There's no empathy for me. There's no compassion. Um, Even when I'm humiliated in front of hundreds of thousands, maybe even a million people, um, no one sticks up for me. No one stands on my behalf. No one fights for me. I always have to be the one to fight for myself. So when the world is crashing and burning, I will feel nothing for it.
I saw a video of you couple months ago that was like very alarming. I think you were on video, and your face was like bruised up. You
There's a
know,
facelift straight up.
Mm,
Yeah.
like what was going on there?
Trusting someone. Trusted someone. I gave him chances consistently. Was with him for 3 years. Trust me, I'm not even standing up for him. He never did anything like this in my life. And he shockingly did. Out of nowhere.
He beat you up.
Like no like Bona, that wasn't even beating up. Is there a synonym? A worse thing like beating up? That was worse. He was just killing me. Like it was so bad. But you know the way it was so crazy while he was doing that, I kept on this is how close we were. I kept on reminding him, babe, it's me. Because I knew if he knew it's me, he wouldn't do something like that. You understand? So yeah, it was a tough situation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Ish, like you going through that situation,
And
like it's not the
probably
first.
after this, there'll be people who are like, yeah, she did that to herself. That's what she deserved. All these things. It's like, no, man. I think people on the internet have this thing where they really struggle to see the human being, like, you know, in the screen. For me, just listening to her say that, it's like, oh, like, I didn't even know that. I'm not tapped into Cyan like by any means, but you know, from what I've seen on the internet about her, I doubt there were any people even at that time who might have actually been concerned about her, just because for some reason she's like public enemy number one a lot of the time.
Like you going through that situation, like it's not the first time we've seen that from you on social media. It's like GBV is like a real serious situation in this country.
Yeah. It's
Like,
I don't think it's
yeah.
ever serious for me. People maybe feel like I'm a like it's like my heart is like this. You see when you do this. It's like I don't have feelings. And that was so crazy because someone really close to me that really changed my life, you know, kind of like put out the negative out and kind of like brought out so much positive in my life. Honestly. Honestly, while I was with him I never trended. Like he knew how to ground me. He knew how to bring me down. He knew how to, you know, manage me. And ish, what happened? You know, he just had a lot of spirituality stuff going on in his family. So I guess that's why that happened. I don't know. I genuinely don't have the answers, and I wish he could answer me, but it's fine.
Well, you guys don't no communication now.
No, he's in jail.
What?
As
Yeah.
it should be.
Since you know, I had a. Thank you so much. I just had a protection order against him, you know, and he tries obviously to communicate, but I can't.
He tries to communicate from jail.
No, like maybe when we meet in court, you know, he tries to like, hey, girl, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I'll never do this, you know, and I'm like, I know, but you're not getting a chance again, like simple as that, you know. That is so brutal.
As it
Like,
should be.
bro, I have a lot of scars from the back. I want to be like in side because ke hide le momo le side thing. That nigga was just biting me, bro.
What?
Imagine you don't even beat someone and you just bite, bro.
What?
Yeah, he was just biting me. And he was so happy. Like I remember, I can't even forget his 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 face after biting me. Like he was so happy to have blood on his teeth, and he was just like ah, like a vampire. And I'm just like, oh my gosh,